So here we are lying on our backs. Knees are going to be bent. We are going to be working what are sometimes known as pelvic tilts and a few different varieties of them, looking at how our pelvis is the base of the lower back. Right? The lumbar spine comes up out of the sacrum, which is connected into our hip joints here that creates this whole pelvic area. And so looking at how can we find some freedom from below as well as working up through it. So we have a few different variations you'll see us working with today. The first is just to find the feet on the ground and notice the sacrum on the ground as well. Right? And we're going to notice that we can easily, from moving, I can just up and down and move my pelvis very easily from here, but sometimes that actually works to cause more pain. So what we're going to see is that if we can slightly press your feet into the ground, just like you were stepping into cement, and as you do this, let the shins almost go forward away from the knees, and you'll see that we're able to start to move the pelvis from here. So the movement initiates not just from here, but throughout the whole chain. Okay? And if I want to let go, I can actually just start to let go of my feet. So I can press my feet down. Notice as I do this, there's movement through the pelvis. And let go of my feet pressing down. Working not to use the quads, they're going to want to help out, but really just thinking of the feet, going wide to the feet to initiate movement elsewhere. And that's really it. You can see that there's small movements here, undulations. Feet down, rocks me one way. And letting go of the feet rocks me the other way. We can notice that if we press a little more into the feet, slowly piece by piece, we will start to come up. There's a tendency to want to hold the belly here. We really want to let it go. If we're holding the belly, we're going to actually be holding the lumbars behind. So we want to really let it be as soft as we can. And maybe just come up a little bit and then slowly let the feet go. Really imagining that each lumbar spine can touch the ground piece by piece. I'm going to work with going slower. And that way of going slowly up, piece by piece, right? And also slowly down. Almost like we're hanging in a hammock and just keeps dropping a little more into a hammock. This movement can start to help find more freedom in the low back. So this is one variation. I'm focusing just on lower back here. You are welcome to go higher up. All right, but for this exercise, we're going to focus really on just the lower back. We don't have to go all the way up. You're welcome to do that more. We will run out of time in this video. And there's another variation we can add onto that, which is we can do one foot at a time. So we're going to notice that if I just press into my right foot and let my left foot just kind of hang, I'm going to twist a little bit of my pelvis. And if I let that foot go down, I come back to center, and then I can reach into my left foot. Same sort of thing, and slowly letting it go down. So a lot of times we're going to have one side that's a little easier, and that usually tells us that the other side can use a little more. Probably overworking a bit or compensating. That's it as well. It's really easy, just reaching into the foot, staying forward. A little shift through our pelvis and low back. And you can have a variation with this where you press into the one foot. As you go as much as you can, you start to press into the other foot, which is going to bring you up almost like a barrel. Keep that second foot pressing, letting go of that first one. In this case, my right press to begin with. I'm letting the right go now, letting the left go. Pressing into my right foot, into my left, letting go of my right, letting go of my left, creating this nice movement, just like a barrel, right? And it can go both ways, so we can press into the left, right, letting go of left, letting go of right. We can go even slower here, especially when we're working on coming down, to find more space in some of those muscles that like to hold, to protect. Right? So we can do those various times as well. And these are a few different ways of working within our lumbar, through our pelvis, through our feet. Right? The key I really want to reiterate is not overdoing it, that of going slow and gentle and easy without too much force is going to help us get into some of those smaller muscles that like to hold and like to grip, that are harder to switch off. And so these movements help us start to work with that. You may even notice at points a deep breath comes out. That's helpful. That's one way, letting go of one of the muscles that are inside, that are gripping and trying to do what they believe is helpful but are actually getting in the way. Our next set of exercises is going to work looking at the spine from a slightly different way. I'll see you over there.